Hi friends, welcome back to Savasana with Samantha. It is day 16 of our Fit and Focus Through the Holidays challenge. Now yesterday we took it kind of easy with a stress relief type of restorative flow. So today we're going to be doing a little bit more of the hard work. So I think you're up for it. It's going to be fun. So a lot of times when people think of yoga, they either think of stretchy restorative yoga or they think of arm balances. Now, there's way more to yoga than these two things, but today I thought it would be kind of fun to branch into the arm balances. So that's the type of flow we're going to be doing today. It's an arm balance flow. Now, if you are new to yoga, that's okay. I've got modifications so that you can just work towards it. And if you get to the end of this flow and you decide that arm balances aren't for you, guess what? That's okay too. It's good to try new things, and it can be a lot of fun to try new things like this. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to start in a comfortable kneeling position, and you can just place the hands in the lap and go ahead and close off the eyes. We won't stay here too long, but I want you to take the opportunity to ground down through the points connected to the mat. Get in touch with your breath and center yourself. Now, as you are breathing, I want you to bring your focus to the pause between your inhales and your exhales, and then between your exhales and your inhales. So every time that you inhale, there is a pause before you start to exhale. And once you've completed your exhale, there is a pause before you begin your next inhale. I want you to bring your attention to that pause. Don't necessarily try to elongate it in any way. Just observe it. It might feel very quick. It might feel like it lasts longer than you expected it to. Just observe. Blink open the eyes. All right, and let's just shake out our wrists. This helps to build energy, but it also loosens up through the wrists and the forearms, through the fingers, the hands. A little bit longer. All right, bring left arm forward. You can grab hold of those fingers and just stretch out through the forearm. We'll hold here for just a moment. Make sure your shoulder's not floating up towards your ear. You want to keep it nice and low. All right, we'll switch to the right hand. Go ahead and extend that arm forward. Bring those fingers back towards you. Obviously, when we're doing arm balances, we are spending a lot of time on our hands and our wrists and our arms. So it's important to stretch them out before we start really trying to strengthen them. Not necessarily before, but simultaneously. All right, we can release that. And now we're going to do kind of the opposite of hands to heart center. You're going to bring the backs of your hands together, fingertips pointed down, and just stretch out through the other side of your wrists. All right. Clasp the hands together and we'll just move the wrists in circles. You can move them clockwise and then counterclockwise. Just loosen up. All right, shake them out. We'll just come straight into downward facing dog. So plant the hands, tuck the toes under, and bring that bottom up to the sky. Now, something that is really helpful with arm balances, just as it is with inversions, like we talked about last week, is having your core engaged. Shocker, right? So we're gonna do a couple of core exercises to fire that area up to help us out with our balance today.
So I want you to bring your knees down to a hover and hold here. Breathe and hold. Couple more breaths. And come back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath to recoup. We're gonna do that 2 more times. You got this. You can do it. Don't bail out on me. All right, here we go again. Bring those knees to a hover. Engage your core. Hold, hold, hold. Breathe. Keep breathing. Press back up into your downward facing dog. If you want to take a moment to pedal out through the feet, release a little bit of tension. We've got 1 more time. Here we go. Bring the knees to a hover. Hold. Keep breathing. Utilize that Ujjayi breathing. That can be very helpful. Press back into downward facing dog. Good work. And then just find some stillness here. All right, let's wave the body forward into a high plank. And I want everyone to drop down to the knees. Now, part of preparing for arm balances is building up arm strength. So we're gonna do 10 push-ups. We're gonna build up that strength. And here we go. Everybody's doing the modified version this time with knees down, okay? 10 push-ups, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Press back, sit back on the knees, swing the arms, shake them out. Building up that store strength. Remember, you build heat, you create change. Your body, typically speaking, will adapt if you test it. All right, we're gonna do that 1 more time. Now you have an option. You can either repeat that with the modified version with the knees down, or you can do 10 without the knees down in full plank. So place the hands, and again, either knees or all the way up. We'll do 10 more push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Drop to the knees. And again, swing those arms out. Good job. Okay, plant the hands, tuck under the toes, come back up into a downward facing dog. We're gonna come into lizard. So lift right leg up, plant that foot outside of your right foot. You can drop that back knee down. You can either tuck the toes or release the feet, and we'll come down into lizard. So again, always the option of coming down to a block, forearms, or simply staying up on your hands. Open through that hip. This will help you in some of our later postures. All right, if you'd like, you can take your right hand, press it to that right knee, and open just a little bit further. Perfect. There we go. As always though, keep that left hip engaged. Do not collapse. Do not want any strained hips here today. You can release that, come all the way back up. Plant the hand, tuck under the back toes. We'll come back into a high plank. Wave back to downward facing dog. Lift left leg up high. Plant that foot on the outside of your left foot. Drop that right knee down. We'll come down into lizard on this left side. So hold here for a moment. And then you have the option to take that left hand to the left knee, press it out just a little bit farther. Again, keeping those right hip flexors engaged. Okay, release that. Come all the way back up to your hands. Tuck under the back toes. Bring the feet back to high plank. Wave the body back into a downward facing dog. All right, on an inhale, let's step or jump the feet up to the hands. Stay in a crouch. Now here, I want you to come up to your tiptoes. Okay, as high up onto your tiptoes as you can get. You can spread your knees wide, so hands come inside of your legs. Okay, now we're gonna do some crow prep. Okay, this is where the lizard comes in to help. So the higher that you can get your knees up on your arms, the more helpful that will be to give you kind of a stable support. If you can get your knee like into your armpit, that can be really helpful just to add some stabilization. If you can't, that's okay too. If you need to have your buns up, that's also okay. So plant the hands, spread through the fingertips, press down through the knuckle ridges. Okay, you're establishing your base. Okay, up to the tiptoes as high as you can get. Lift that bum up and then just lean forward. Okay, so we aren't really going into full crow yet. This is just crow prep. You're just placing some weight on those arms. See how your hands can handle it, how your arms can handle it. If you start to slip and slide, that's okay. Go back to the start and establish that again. Hold here. Okay, release back down again. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. This time, I want you to alternate picking up your left foot and your right foot. So we're just gonna alternate. Okay, again, establish your foundation. Bring your knees up the tiptoes, lean forward. Now practice lifting your left foot and your right foot. Left foot and right foot. If at any point this feels like too much for you, you can always come back to just placing your weight. All right, we'll release that down. Take a moment to recenter yourself, catch your breath. If you happen to stop breathing, let's work on breathing through this next round. Now, again, option two, either just bring your weight forward, alternate lifting left or right feet, or you can take a full crow where you lift both feet off the ground and hold. Now, something I want you to keep in mind, if you are going for the full crow, you want your arms to be straightening. If you can only get them to here, that's okay, that's good prep. If you're here with them fully bent, it's still good prep. So do what you can and be kind to yourself with this, okay? All right, here we go. Bring knees to the tops of your arms, weight comes forward, and you can pick up one foot and then the other, and just hold. Again, arms are straightening, breathe. Breathe. Any one of the variations, make sure you are still breathing. All right, let's release down with control. Good job. Bring those knees together. We're just gonna pop our buns up, heel toe the feet out to about hip width apart, and hang here for a moment. Grab hold of opposite elbows, sway. This is recovery time. Just enjoy the moment. And release the hands, plant them down. You can just gently walk your feet all the way back to a high plank. lower down to the knees, and come back into a narrow leg child's pose. You can bring hands down by your feet, stretch out through the neck and shoulders. And again, just rest for a moment. All right, plant the hands ahead of you. We're gonna pop back up into a downward facing dog. Take another moment here. One more breath. And step or jump the feet up to the hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands down through heart center. Good job. All right, here we go. Hands come up into chair position. Hold here. We're gonna bring hands down to heart center, and then use your right elbow to press against your left knee to come into a side twist to the left. Hold here. All right, and then place your hands on the ground to the side of you. You'll come down into kind of a crouch, and we're gonna do some side crow. Now, if you feel like you need to adjust yourself on your mat so that you can have enough space, feel free to do so. But again, we're gonna keep knees and feet parallel to each other and close together, and hands are planted firmly on the ground next to us. Again, spread through the fingers, press down through the knuckle ridges. Come up to the tiptoes and bring that left knee up towards the top of your right arm. And now just bring a little bit of weight forward onto your arms. There should be nothing pressing onto your left arm at this moment. Just that knee into your right arm. Hold here. So again, this is side crow prep. Okay, you can bring the weight back onto your feet. Take a moment to catch your breath. You want to be breathing through these postures. It'll help make them more stable. Now, if you're feeling ready, you can either come in for a full side crow, or you can practice that one more time, or practice taking one foot off at a time. It's a little bit trickier to take one foot off at a time in this side position. However, if you want to just take the top foot, see if you can crunch your abs a little bit tighter to lift one foot off the ground, you can feel free to do that. So whichever variation you would like to take, we're gonna do that now. So again, set your foundation in your hands. Come up to the toes, and then we'll bring that weight forward and up into side crow. Hold and breathe. And then release down. Beautiful, good job. Come back to center. Plant those hands and just come back up into a forward fold again. Rest. Let your arms relax in this position. Again, if you want to grab hold of opposite elbows, or if you just want to let them hang, whatever is most restful to you. Allow them that recovery time. All right, on an inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands down through heart center. And again, Uttanasana, chair position. Inhale, bring hands down to heart center. Left elbow presses against right knee to come into that side twist towards the right. Hold here. Breathe. All right, come down to your couch and plant your hands to your right side. Now I'm going to shift myself. You stay where you are. I'm just going to shift myself so you can see me. So you're planting your hands to your right. Again, spreading through those fingertips, pressing down through the knuckle ridges, establishing your base on the ground. Bring your right knee to the outside of your upper left arm and come up to tiptoes. Let's just lean, okay? Just bring that weight towards your arms. Hold here. Breathe. Come back up, bring the weight back onto your feet. If you feel like you need to reset a little bit, feel free to do that. Some people need to be closer to their hands, some people feel like they need to be further away. Figure out what feels the best for you. We're gonna do that one more time. So again, option to just bring your weight over and just practice putting a little bit more pressure on your hands, or you can come into the full side crouch. So again, nothing should be on that right arm. It is all left arm and abdomen, crunching yourself up into a ball. Here we go, up to the fingertips, come up to the tiptoes, press down through the hands, and then make your way up into that side crow, whichever variation you are taking. Hold, and then release down. Good job. All right, I'm gonna come back to where you are. You can walk your hands over to the front, and again, just come back up into that forward fold, and relax your arms. If you feel like you wanna swing them, it's a little wonky, but hey, it feels good. Just rest. All right, from here, we're just gonna come down into a kneeling position. We're gonna stretch out through the arms. So, I'll turn and face you again. Bring left arm forward. We're just gonna draw it across the body. Your arms have worked hard today, so again, we wanna stretch them out, give them a little bit of love. Continue to breathe. Use that breath to your advantage. All right, bring right arm forward, stretch it across the body. And again, left arm comes all the way up. Bend, grab hold of that elbow, stretch out. And take your time here. If you feel like you need to stay longer in one of these positions than I am keeping you, by all means, listen to your body. You know you. Okay, we can release that one. Bring right arm up. Stretch out. Again, keep shoulders away from the ears. Reminding you, but I'm also reminding myself. All right, and now my favorite after working the arms, we're going to eagle the arms. So you're gonna hook your left elbow over your right elbow, bring your palms up to face each other. And you can just lift those arms up high, stretch out through the bottom side, and then bring them down so that your hands are more level with your face to stretch out through the top side of your shoulders. Eagle arms are so wonderful after arm and shoulder work. It's my favorite. All right, let's release that. And then bring right elbow, hook it over your left elbow, and then just wrap all the way around until your palms are facing each other. And again, bring it up high first. Stretch out the underside of your shoulders. And bring it down lower. Stretch out through the top side of your shoulders. You should also be feeling this in your traps. It's glorious.
let's unwind that. And now we'll do some half neck rolls, because when you're in arm balances, sometimes we have a tendency to clench the neck because we're worried about it. So that's what we're gonna do. So inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin comes to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Again, inhale, come up. Exhale, down through center. Inhale. Exhale, down through center. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, down. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, down. All right, let's cross our legs. Come back into a seated position. We'll turn to the side. And then just roll your body all the way down to a supine position. Now, because we've worked our shoulders so much and our chest as well, we're going to take cactus arms, bring both knees into the chest, and drop both knees over to the left side for a spinal twist. Should feel nice throughout your entire body. If you feel like you need to add a little bit more weight to your twist, you can take that left leg and cross it over the right to make it a little bit deeper, as opposed to having to use your hand to pull it down. All right, inhale, knees come up through center. Exhale, drop the knees down to the right. Again, there's that option to cross the legs if you would like. Breathe. All right, let's bring those knees back up to center. We'll come into Savasana. Now you can take your traditional Savasana. You can do the version where you bring your feet to the width of the mat, your knees drop in, or you can do a Baddha Konasana, Shavasana. It's a lot of Sanskrit. Basically, the diamond shape with your legs. This is the variation I'm going to take today to open through the hips, and then you can also bring your arms to a diamond above you to open through the shoulders and the arms. And then just whichever version you decide to take, go ahead and close off the eyes. Relax each muscle individually. Start at the top of your head. Relax the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue, the neck, the shoulders, the upper arms, the lower arms, the wrists, the palms and the backs of the hands, and each finger individually. Relax the chest and the upper back, the mid-back and the upper abdomen, the lower abdomen and the lower back, the pelvis, the glutes, your quads and your hamstrings, your knee joints, your shins and your calves, your ankles, the tops and the soles of your feet, and each toe individually. Breathe.
toes. You can move the ankles and the legs. Move the fingers, the hands, the wrists, and the arms. And then make your way, when you feel ready, into a comfortable seated position. Come up slowly, rolling to whichever side feels comfortable. Eyes remain closed. Bring hands to heart center. Observe the breath. Observe the state of your body and how you feel in this moment. You can blink open the eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. I hope that that was a fun challenge for you. Either way, please comment below and let me know how it went for you, because I'd love to know. Also, if you have any requests for future arm balance flows, you can put those in the comments below as well for once this challenge is done. As always, please post a picture of yourself on Instagram today using the hashtag #FitAndFocusedHoliday so that we can support you throughout this challenge. And I will see you again tomorrow. Have a swell day and namaste.